An undivided life is a very powerful life, yet so often we feel pulled in opposite directions, don't we? God's desires on one side and worldly desires on the other. And this inner conflict leaves us spiritually stuck, relationally strained, and completely out of sync with God's purposes. But today's text offers a very clear and compelling path to getting ourselves realigned. Are you ready to embrace it and discover the keys to living a life fully devoted to God? Welcome to the Daily Devo. I am Vince Miller. Our text today is going to be from James chapter 4, verses 8 through 10. It reads, "Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. Be wretched, and mourn, and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning, and your joy to gloom. Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will exalt you." So James right here today is speaking obviously to believers whose divided hearts waver between God's truth and the world's attraction. Their double-mindedness, like they kind of have two heads, creates inconsistencies in their faith, relationships, and their ability to live out God's will. But James calls them, and us, of course, toward an undivided life through repentance, reconciliation, and renewal. So today, here are your four keys. Four keys to living an undivided life. First, obviously, draw near to God. Living undivided begins with you coming close to God, who has never drifted from you. Pursue him. Pursue him intentionally through just basic disciplines like prayer and worship and service. The more you seek him, the more he will transform your heart and align it with his. Second, key number two, cleanse your hands and purify your hearts. You see, an undivided life requires clean hands. That means pure actions, and a pure heart. That means godly motives. So ask God to cleanse you inside and out, dedicating every part of your life to his will. Third, mourn over sin. Be wretched. Be wretched. I love those words. So descriptive, right? So old English to us at times, but the point is to mourn over sin. Living undivided means taking sin seriously in your life. Genuine sorrow for anything that separates us from God and will drive us toward repentance and a deeper experience of his grace. Fourth, and finally, the fourth key, humble yourselves before the Lord. You see, pride divides, but the humble seek the divine, who raises us up with new purpose. When we surrender our will to him, he lifts us up, gives us strength, joy, and direction. You know, undivided living requires us to take some intentional steps, is what we're learning today. I mean, if you feel fragmented spiritually, take time today to reflect on where this feeling is arising from and what worldly desires or sins diverge your attention from a holy God. Start by just drawing near to him. Let his presence bring clarity and peace. Align your actions and motives with his will. Mourn. Be wretched over that sin that separates, and then humble yourselves before him. And here's why. Here's why. An undivided heart unleashes God's exalting power. An undivided heart unleashes God's exalting power. He will lift you up. I love you guys. Pray this has blessed you. If it has, share it with someone else today, and I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.